Hi everyone, welcome back. Glad you made it. I'm so excited for today's video because it is my birthday. So I decided that today would be the perfect day for me to just kind of do a like a self-care day, but really just treat myself to all the little pleasures that make me happy and bring me joy. So first thing I want to do is I want to try this coffee shop. It's really cute. It's called Congregation. It's a church they converted into a coffee shop, which is really cute. After that, we're gonna go book shopping at a local bookshop that I've also been wanting to try for a very long time. It's called King's Bookshop. I've heard nothing but good things about it. They sell used and rare books, and it has four floors. So I'm gonna, depending on how much time we spend in the bookstore, I think we'll kind of play the afternoon from there, but I would love to take the time to go to the art museum today too, just to look at some nice art, maybe get a little bit of lunch. So that's kind of on the plan today too, and then we'll see where the day goes and kind of where it takes us. I'm gonna have to stop back home for a little while after that. I'm gonna bring you guys along as best I can. I don't usually film in public, so I am a little anxious. I'm a little nervous about that, I won't lie. But that's the plan for today. I hope you guys stick along. I hope you guys stick around and come along for the ride, and I will talk to you real soon. We just left the Congregation. That place is so cute, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot believe I've been sleeping on this place that long. So I think I found my one of my new favorite coffee spots. I didn't get to take you guys in and film as much as I did. I did get a couple of little clips so you guys can kind of get a vibe or a feel for what it's like. It was just so intimate in there, and it was so crowded. I didn't want to violate anyone's personal space because there's like people in front of you, on the side of you, behind you. So there really wasn't a good way for me to position myself to where I wasn't getting other people on camera. And I just wanted to respect everyone's personal space. Everyone's there to do their own thing. So maybe another time or another day when it's not as crowded, we'll get a chance to go back in. You guys can actually see the inside of the place, but it's really cute. It's like a former church, and there's still church pews and everything everywhere. It's really cute. But yeah, we had a good time. And then we got some reading done. I'm about 30% of the way done with Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine now. And then I was gonna try to do a little bit of editing, video editing, but I didn't get a chance to because my computer was about to die and I wasn't sitting in a spot where I was close to a charger. So not a big deal, but I did get a good amount of reading done today. So if I have to do some editing later or sometime tomorrow, that's totally fine too. But really cute spot. I will definitely be back. Now we are headed to the bookstore. So we're headed to King's Books. Hopefully the situation in there will be a little bit better, a little less crowded, so that we can get some filming done in there, and hopefully find some good books. So I'll see you guys in a sec. We just left King's. Unfortunately didn't find anything, but that's okay. it is still a really fun, like, cute bookstore. There's books everywhere. There's records. Like the fact that it was all 4 floors. There's a ton of genres. Like anything you could think about, like wanting to read, they have like a genre for that. It was kind of crazy. So yeah, I'll definitely come back. That's that. So it is 2:00 now. I'm not really hungry, so I don't think, because I had that Danish pretty late, so I don't think I'm gonna stop for food. Part of me feels like I do want to end this day with book shopping in Barnes & Noble, so that way I can get some titles that I know I've been wanting. So I am gonna head home. I think I was gonna plan to go to the DIA. Should we go to the DIA? Let me see. I'm gonna look it up, and then maybe we'll go to the DIA. If not, we'll go home for a little bit and just kind of hang out, maybe get some editing done, and then we'll leave a little bit early for dinner so that we can go to Barnes & Noble before we head over to dinner. Back home. That was a fun afternoon. I had a great time, and I didn't spend a ton of money everywhere we went today for whatever reason. You know what? I just realized it's spring break. That's why, because I was wondering, guys, it is a weekday, it is a Tuesday, and everywhere we went was so crowded. And I'm like, why? It should be dead. It's a Tuesday. But I just remembered it is spring break. I did see a lot of families out today with their kids, so that explains things. And then the places that we went to are definitely family-friendly places. So all the dots are connecting. It makes sense. That's why it was so busy. But that's okay. The afternoon's not over, but that was a really great morning / first half of the afternoon. It's about almost 4:00 now, so I'm just kind of home. Just gonna reset a little bit, kill a little bit of time, get a couple things done, feed the cat and stuff like that, and then I am gonna head out to Barnes and Noble. There's one close to where Grant and I are going for dinner, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of book shopping, and then meet Grant for dinner. Okay, so it is the next morning, if you can't tell, and I'm coming at you from a new location. We are currently in my living room. I just didn't feel like setting up my tripod in front of the bookshelf just to do a recap video, and I think this will be pretty short anyway, and then we'll be done with this video. We spent the whole day together yesterday, so I think that's enough. But yeah, I ended up spending a little bit more time than anticipated at Barnes & Noble, so I just ran out and met Grant for dinner, straight for dinner. And so yeah, we had dinner, and then we came home, had a little bit of birthday cheesecake from my favorite place called Pete's, and yeah, we watched a little bit of Severance. Kind of called it a night. Ended up winding down, finishing out the day. It was, overall, it was a very good birthday. Like, if I had to rank it, I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10. But I'm so excited because I've been wanting this bag. I've been eyeing it every time we go to the bookstore. I'm like, I'm going to do it. Today's the day. I'm going to do it. 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 And I finally did it yesterday. I don't know if it was like the birthday high or the birthday courage or whatever the case is, but I got my Barnes bag. And I got the orange one. This is my favorite one. I love it so much. I was a little bit stuck between this and the blue one. I feel like the blue one's just a good like Barnes staple. Blue is such a reader color. And maybe I'm saying blue is such a reader color because I'm a Ravenclaw. Probably, but the orange was so nice. And I did not realize the inside of this, it has like a little, at least I think that's what this is for, but it's like a little storage thing, and I can slip my because my Kindle Paperwhite is a tiny one, and I can slip my little Paperwhite in there, and then like all my books, I still have my receipts in there from yesterday, and all my books and stuff. And it's just like my nice little book bag for when I go book shopping. So I'm super excited about this. I think the blue one will probably be next on my list, and then the black one. And I'm excited to see like what other colors they come out with in the coming years too. So I'm super excited about this. This was like, ooh, I had to treat myself. Anyway, like I said, I didn't go too crazy. We did do some browsing. I think it was similar to kind of at King's yesterday. Like, there were a lot of good books around. I think I just didn't know what I was in the mood for in terms of what I wanted to read. There was one book in particular that I did get because I did not go to my typical Barnes. My typical Barnes did not have this book and has not had it the last 3 times I've went. So I knew that I was going there to look for this book, and if they had it, I was absolutely going to get it. And that book is Dark Matter. I hate this part. Please, like, note to all publishers, put it on the back. Nobody wants this on their book. Okay. I'm done. That was wild. I don't know where that energy just came from this early in the morning, but that was wild. But true, I mean it. Put it on the back. Like, this one's such a good book. This cover is so pretty, and it's just ruined by that stupid white dot. Like, yeah. So, Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I've been looking for this book at my Barnes. I've been wanting to read it. Full disclosure, I have seen the TV show. I just did all of that. I have seen the TV show, and the TV show is what encouraged me to want to read this. This was... But yeah, we watched this. Love the show. Like, if you have not seen it, like, the show is very good, but I've heard even better things about the book. Now, I have not heard like the comparison between the show or the book. I haven't like seen any reviews on anyone who's read the book and seen the show, but I have nothing but good things to say about the show, and I've heard nothing but good things, and just like how fantastic this book is. And honestly, after seeing the show, I believe the hype, so I'm just ready for such a good ride. And I think because the show was like kind of complicated, I think the themes in this are kind of complicated because it's like multi like timeline, kind of interdimensional like travel. It gets a little convoluted. So like, while I remember enjoying the TV show a lot, I still feel like I'm gonna get like a close to original experience if I were like to have read the book the first time, because we watched this when it first came out, which was I think sometime last year or late last year, but I still fully expect myself to kind of be taken on a ride, because I think enough time has passed to where I've forgotten some certain things that have happened in the show, and then I don't expect the show to be like a word for word version of the book. But I'm super excited to read this. So that's Dark Matter. And then the next book I got was also super excited about this. The first book that I read from this author was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So you guys already know it's V.E. Schwab. And I love that book. I thought it was an interesting telling of the kind of live forever immortality theme. And I really liked the way that she kind of writes about these like magical kind of themes, but sets them in like realism, more in like realism, and I really liked that. And this book I've heard a lot about. I'm super excited to read this one. I do think this one will be part of my April reads, and that book is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This book is, I think it's a duology. It is a duology because the next one is Vengeful. So this one's a duology. It follows two, it's another like book about scientists, or kind of scientists. Whatever. They do experiments, so I call that science. Anyway, but it follows two guys named Victor and Eli, and they kind of like have this thesis that they're following, and it's about basically like if you put yourself in kind of like these dangerous situations, like these life-threatening situations, you can discover that people tend to discover that they have like some sort of like magical abilities. And so they start to test this theory, and it kind of seems like things go a little bit too far. And then there's, unintended consequences with them just kind of pushing the boundaries and testing this theory and applying it to real life. So I'm really excited to read this one. I think it's going to be kind of like that friends. I hope it doesn't turn into like a friends to enemies kind of thing, but like, it seems like there's going to be like some sort of rivalry between the two main characters. I love the magical themes, like the supernatural themes that are in this. And it definitely, I believe this is like a dark academia type of vibe too, which I really love. So really excited to read this one too. So yeah, so those are the two books I got. Like I said, I did not go crazy this time, but I did get two really good finds, so I'm excited to read these. I think this will come in April, so you'll probably see this book again in my April TBR. And then this one we'll see probably sometime in May. I am excited to read this, but I think I'm in a specific mood right now, so I'm kind of following that mood. But yeah, so that was my Barnes trip. I will wrap it up here. We've been talking for a really long time, but that was my birthday. Thank you guys for coming along and spending the day with me. I know we're all just starting to get to know each other, but I'm so glad that I was able to share this day with you. A very special birthday for sure. And yeah, I'm glad you're here. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I think that's all I got. I'll see you real soon. Bye.